Okay, so we are going to move into the newspaper headlines for today.
Yeah.
Just to show you what the dailies are saying this morning.
Yeah, we start with the Punch newspaper. Very interesting headline as far as the Punch newspaper is concerned. Of course, in the last couple of days, over a week now, the major development across Nigeria has been the eviction notice given to herdsmen in southwest Nigeria. That story is still very much trending. We hear on the Punch, it has this headline: Herders registration begin. Northern Governors Forum, Miyetti Allah back Akeredolu's order. That's the headline on the front page of the Punch. It's got three riders underneath. Governor's order stay despite peace talks. Herdsmen start leaving Ondo Forest. That is one of the rider. The second one, I'm trying to see this. Okay. Governors Forum urges state to raise farmers headmen panel over clashes and killings. And then the third rider says Makinde more concerned with political status than getting solution, says minister. That particular minister happens to be Nigeria's Minister of Youth and Sports Development, in the person of Sunday Dare. He hails from Ogun State, so Ogun State, I beg your pardon, and so he's very much interested in the development. And of course, Governor Makinde has been under a lot of criticism. Even the Yoruba people have said they will deal with him the Yoruba way.
Okay, moving on to the business day. I know that you'd have loved to take this one because you the business guy. But here, okay, so the header for this morning says used clothes going out of reach for many Nigerians as inflation bites. And then there's another headline there. It says Abbas COVID-19 response created PPE industry yearns for support. Kudos to the people in Abbas for coming through for Nigeria. And then inside the business day this morning, it says inflation, dollar pressure drive expectation for hold as MPC meets. So if you are very interested in business and you want to know what it is right now in the country, get yourself a copy of the business day.
All right, from business day, we go to the leadership newspaper, and directly under the leadership banner you can see COVID-19 tackles shortage of oxygen in states. Of course, we did bring you the story that oxygen, Nigeria requires the most expensive kind of oxygen, as the case is regarding COVID-19. And on the center of the front page of the leadership, quick notice: Southwest governors, herders, broker peace. It's also got two riders, or three riders actually, four riders under that headline. Herdsmen agree to leave forest reserves, assist in fishing out criminals. Federal government allays fears over heightened tension. And the third one says warns against politicalization of insecurity. And then finally, Ondo governor's statement misconstrued. That is coming from the Nigerian Governors Forum. So that's what it's looking. And of course, just a sneak peek as far as the leadership is concerned. It says anxiety as Nigeria records first case of UK COVID-19 variant. First case of the variant. We just before going into this, we did tell you that even the US is about to put a travel ban. Now it has been discovered that the UK variant is here, apart from the Nigerian variant. So two variants now present in Nigeria as far as COVID-19 is concerned.
I hope we can deal with that actually.
The good thing is that the NCDC is on top of it, and our scientists and researchers are still studying the mutation trend, if I may use, I don't know if it's scientific you know, of the virus. So to a certain extent, I'm confident that at least we've got it in check.
I like the confidence that you have. Okay, so we go over to the Blueprint newspaper. Quite a number of interesting headlines on this one. I think the Blueprint always have amazing headlines. The very gaping one says, Northwest tops as troops kill 158 in 25 days. And then we have 4 riders under that. Our progress on anti-terror banditry war phenomenal, says the federal government. And then denies Boko Haram presence in Nasarawa. Governors broker peace over Akeredolu's quit notice. And herders agree to shun night underage grazing. And then the last rider says, bandits kill pregnant woman, many neutralized by NAF jets. That's quite sad. And then still on the COVID-19 issue, COVID-19 vaccines will no longer arrive in Nigeria in January. That's what the PTF is saying. And under that, Lagos targets 60% rollout, engages Pfizer and others. 13 core members test positive in Cross River. That's test positive to COVID-19 in Cross River. And then data protection, that's on the right side of the Blueprint newspaper. So data protection needs their moves to improve enforcement. Under that, we have EcoBank to support MSMEs with 50 billion naira loan. Atiku, he's saying Nigeria at risk of a failed state. That's former President Atiku Abubakar. And then El Zaki, court orders Kaduna government to treat wife for COVID-19. And we have high inflation rates to influence MPC decisions, says analyst. Blasphemy, Kano musician freed of death penalty, appeals against retrial. Oshun pastor in police net for locking up disabled child. And the last headline on the Blueprint newspaper this morning says, oil producers host communities pick holes in PIB's provision. That is the Blueprint newspaper for this morning.
And on the Nigerian Tribune, interesting headlines. This is one paper I would encourage you to get a copy. You will find something that grabs your attention. Soldiers, IPOB, shootout in Olu. 10 feared dead. Now, this was trending yesterday. I saw some very horrific videos. Olu was a hot zone yesterday, and it's on the front page of the Tribune. So if you're interested in knowing how what happened in Olu in Imo State, southeast Nigeria, then you should get a copy of the Tribune. Military political leaders on top of Southwest security matter. That is coming from the federal government on the front page of the Tribune. And of course, in the center of the Tribune, right there, you can see it, free range grazing must be stopped. Southwest governors Mayati Allah agree. Free range grazing must be stopped. This reminds me also of a video that trended yesterday of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, in the person of Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. And he asked a very salient question that we all drink milk that come all the way from the Netherlands. That do we see them having their cows, move all over, do they have to move their cows? That they, that it just shows that we are yet to fully comprehend that we are in the 22nd century. And just before we leave the Tribune, at the bottom, center bottom of the Tribune, it says COVID-19 vaccine, Lagos targets 60%. Roll out. So get yourself a copy of the Tribune and get all the details.
The last one for this morning is the Daily Times. And I'm going to start with the very obvious headline here. It says, truce at last between Ondo government and headsmen. And then I move over to the top, where former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is saying only solution to ethnic religious clashes is restructuring. He's talking about Nigeria here. And then on COVID-19, no patient must die due to lack of oxygen, COVID warns. And then drug test, NDLEA seeks compulsory drug tests for students, security agents, and political appointees. And then we'll move over to oil and gas, where stakeholders demand amendment to PIB as Lawan least benefits. That is the headlines on the Daily Times this morning. Get yourself a copy of all of these dailies if you really want to know what's happening around the country.
Yes, and of course, if you're out of Nigeria, other parts of Africa or the world, and you want to get the juice or the meat of most of this story, just go online to any of the websites of our dailies, and you get the complete story as far as some of these headlines are concerned.